Hi, my name is Stacy Miner and I live in Sealy, Texas. The reason I've explored selling my home to Senna House Buyers is because I had a bad experience going about it the traditional way, getting a realtor, putting the house on the market, having to schedule people to come in to look at the home, staging a home. All of that was stressful. One day I was driving, I think home from work one day, and I heard the commercial with Senna House Buyers, and I figured, I said, I'll just go ahead and give it a try, see what happens.
I was reluctant at first. I really was, because we went with someone else earlier and I wasn't happy about it. I really wasn't happy about it. I was kind of, I'm not sure.
The experience itself needed to be, for me, it needed to be stress-free. And what I had already endured with the realtors some months prior to that was very stressful. It was really stressful having to set up times for people to come in. I had to uproot my family. I had to uproot my dog and sit in a car or drive around for a couple of hours and things like that. So that was a lot of pressure, a lot of inconvenience. Could not come home from work when my husband and I get off of work. So those things it was a turn off for me. And the communication of the realtor was not good at all. And for me, communication is the key. So when I met Nick, he explained everything in detail. I didn't have to wonder, okay, what happens next? Or what if this doesn't work? Or things like that. He explained every case scenario, what I thought every case scenario could be, and how it worked out was everything he said. Everything he said, he honored, he did, no matter what it was. No matter, even if I asked an off-the-wall question, I would call and say, hey, okay, I may have a stupid question. He's like, there's no stupid questions. And he'll give me an answer. So that was really important. And I just can't stress enough how me stepping back and allowing my son to take the forefront was really, really important. And he didn't shoo me off and say, well, no, I don't want to talk to your son or whatever. He did communicated everything with my son, and then my son communicated with me, and then we communicated with each other.
I was kind of in the mix here at the beginning. When she first brought this to my attention, I was a little bit reluctant as well. I didn't really want to do the cash offer because we had some experiences where it wasn't the greatest. The offers were pretty disrespectful. The customer service was beyond subpar. Everyone was pretty hands-off, I would say. The process here made me think that people out in the world actually care. Being with Nick, and particularly, he called me every time he said he was gonna call me. He called me before and after. He would ask me how I was thinking, what I was thinking. Just because in my aspect, I was trying to do the best thing for my parents. My parents, I want them to get out of the community they were in to a community that they would love. And Nick helped me out and put me at ease, which put my parents at ease as well.
One of the favorite things about my job is a core value of ours, and that's make an impact. So I take very seriously what I do. I take seriously my word. I take seriously the expectations I set for the sellers that I work with. And when I read the notes and I got on the phone with Stacy, she told me why she was selling. We talked a little bit about her life, which is frankly one of my favorite parts about my job. And we talked about her expectations and what she was trying to do and where she was trying to go. And we talked about where she had been.
Everything was just easy. It flowed easy. Talking to Nick was easy when we were going through the process of the paperwork. Everything was just easy. And he spent a lot of time speaking with my son, which also took the pressure off of me. I get nervous a lot, and just the stress is not good for me physically and health-wise. So Nick just did everything I needed to do through my son, and it was just easy. The process was super easy. I would not have thought that it would have gone that fast or that smoothly at all.
Senna, you can't go wrong, in all honesty. With customer service, that's a big thing with me because I'm in customer service. And he did better than I would have done, I think. I would recommend him to anybody that's looking or thinking, maybe thinking in the future. I know I'm going to use them as well in the upcoming year or so when I'm going to sell my home, just because they made it effortless. It was so easy, so quick, so responsive. I can't say enough about them.
They took care of us. They looked after us. They gave us everything in black and white. There was no tricks. Everything was just straight up. And you're on the table, so you knew what you were getting into. They were sweet. They were always attentive. They were kind. They were very pleasant.
Customer service is important. The other companies I called, it's like, oh well, we won't even, for whatever reason, they wouldn't even touch the house, period. And then one company did say, well, they lowballed us really badly, and I'm like, well, I'm not trying to give my house away either. I thank God for Nick and everybody else that was a part of the closing process. Everything was just quick, easy. I did the DocuSign on a computer. I didn't have to go sit anywhere and sign anything. So it was a blessing all the way around.
What she went through with the agent, we can solve. Everything that she went through as far as the bad part of the experience is the opposite of how we do business. And so I was so excited to potentially make an impact in their life. And when I could make the numbers work, when I could walk their property and actually connect with the seller, and not only that, for me, being able to get the number that they wanted, being able to close on the timeline that they wanted, and being able to help with the closing transition to make that transition work for them to where they could get this beautiful home they're sitting in that frankly is fantastic. To be a part of that, and to know that I could help get them in this house and make that process as smooth and impactful as possible, to know that I was a part of that and to show up for a company that allows me to make that kind of impact in somebody's life, that's the best part about my job. And frankly, that's why I was so excited to be here to talk to them and to do this testimony, because it really is a testament to the work that we do. And this is a testament to how we truly care about people. And me personally, I care about the deals that we do. I care about the contracts that we send, because every single conversation I have, I could potentially end up sitting in their living room in their brand new house talking about their experience. And knowing that I have an opportunity to do that with every client that I come into contact is what really makes me get up in the morning and come to work.